This video may not be appropriate for children of 13 and under. Parental discretion is advised.
Tired of missing out on figures or paying scalper prices at toy stores? Then go ahead and visit DJC Collectibles, my sponsor. You can get 10% on anything Transformers, accumulate points, and sometimes score an exclusive figure you thought you'd miss forever. Head over to DJC Collectibles and start saving today.
Hi everyone, my name is Raziel Kane. I'm back with another toy review and another not Transformers toy review because I have Darkwolf from the movie Fire and Ice, which I just got the DVD, so I'll be able to do some clip insert because it's kind of hard in Canada to find that movie. Actually, it's not streaming anywhere, and it's, so but the Blu-ray. But yeah, I'll be able to show a couple clip insert. So my second Icon Collectibles by Frazetta Girls. I'm really happy that I have this guy. Like I said in my Conan review, I'm gonna get Tigra from the same movie, but only for Christmas. So it happens, you have to make some compromise sometimes. So yeah, but I'm really happy to have Darkwolf. He looks really good. I'll show you, I'll unbox it, review it, and hopefully be quicker than my Conan video. But before I do that review, I just want to remind you to check out my voice acting playlist, the main feature of my channel, and also the interview playlist if you want to hear stories from the actors. And now let's roll the intro.
Don't hunt for death, boy. It finds us all soon enough.
Okay, let's unbox Darkwolf. Beautiful artwork, of course, by Frank Frazetta. And then you have some nice product shots. Nicely done. Anyway, let's open him up. Really excited to see the difference. I will compare him with my Conan figure, just to see some of the differences. Is there a back? Yeah, there's a... Oh, okay, it's just the mask on a stone. Yeah, I might have to build a backdrop for the shelf with using these things. Alright, let's open this up. Alright, everything flying off. So, you know what? Last time it took me a while, but I eventually just dumped everything like this. I love the boxes though. No, there's a plastic cover, but there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? Straps, Alright, so you have 3 arrows. They're very tiny. But they're really nicely done. There's even details on the feathers, which that's really cool. And you have 3 of those. I'm guessing they're all the same. Huh, maybe not. Yeah, they don't seem to have... I'll try to bring in a little more light. They do seem to have some differences. Or maybe it's because they're tiny and flimsy. That, they don't have the same end. But it's kind of cool. Like there's a little... pin here that sticks out that you don't have on the other, but that could be just a spruce thing, but it's cool. I like that. The bow, very standard bow. Oh, it's even, there's a little, I don't want to pull too hard, but it's tied up here. There's a, this is actually like a, oh man, what's the English word? Like a, for those sewing machine. Yeah, it's sewing rope or cord or whatever other word I'm supposed to be using here. So it's kind of flexible, so you probably could do a little of a stretch pose, but I wouldn't put it too much. The axe, it's very simple, a handle with, well, like a shaft with actually no handle. There's no leather grip, and a worn out blade. beautifully painted with some, you know, damage detail on it. That's really cool. You have facial expressions. You have the angry. I kind of wish Conan had one like that. And then you have a similar one to what Conan had, and it's just the mouth because we never saw him without his you know, helmet.
If you're gonna kill the Ice Lord, boy, you better learn to live with pain.
And then you have different hands. And again, I really like that they put a lot of effort in those hands because you have details with the veins on top. You know, you have like palm lines. It's really cool. You have fists with the same kind of details. You have 2 grip weapon. Beautifully done. And then you have the pull the bow hand. That's really nice. Alright, so those are the accessories. Let's set them aside and take a look at Darkwolf. He's looking down, like very much looking down. And he has those kind of rested palm, like rested open palm hand. While these one here are more like I'm about to grapple you hand. Or jazz hand, yeah. Man, it's so well done. He's tanned, so different color. He's nicely sculpted. So let's take a look. All right, so the face, very representative of Darkwolf. The neck piece moves when I move the head, but I think it's a separate, yeah, separate neck piece. Nice skull with the ribs, painted, weathered, looks really good. The main helmet looks really good. All the fur, all the details, it's kind of crazy. I love it. The ears, it's really well done. And then you have like the, you know, the thing here, and it's flexible. This is also flexible. I mean, don't push until you have a stress mark, but it's pretty cool. And then you have the details of the biceps, the hand, nice fur gauntlet or bracer with the little details of the little paws. You know, the claws coming out. That's really nice. And then you have the heavyweight champion belt. I like that. You know, with the fur padding so that it doesn't chafe. The nice golden circle, the nice little silver rivet, or maybe bronze, and with the bronze lining all around, all the way back. You know, with weathered details added, really well done. The legs are beautifully sculpted and very He-Man boots. I think, you know, I don't know, this came first, so I'm guessing, or maybe no, I think this is 83, so probably at the same time. But this reminds me of the He-Man toy. He had those kind of boots, except they weren't leather strapped. So, and then you see all the details for those straps. It's pretty cool. And then you have the, you know, port for the stand. So looks really good. What do we have for articulation? Oh, that's one thing I didn't notice in the box this time. A card to warn you to warm up the stuff before you move it around. So, man, we'll see. You can't remove the headpiece, so it's kind of hard to give him the rotation. Well, oh, you know what? Ha! Nicely done, Icon Collectibles. A full head rotation even with this gear. Wow. Alright, what do we have? We have a full Ferris wheel. The arm, on a soft ratchet, go all the way here. Nicely done. You have a, well, very tight elbow band, but you kind of need that if you want to do the arrow pose. Can you push back? Yeah, it might be tricky to do the arrow pose, but I'll see what I can do. Then you have a rotate. You can rotate the whole hand, and then there's rotation like a bend. But the gauntlet does prevent a bit of movement. But the gauntlet is removable. So if really you want to get a specific pose, you could do that. Okay, we have a ab crunch. How much? Okay, fairly decent. You can look down quite a bit and goes back a little bit. And one thing I noticed is that, well, I'll do comparison afterwards, but there's a difference into where the articulation is from Conan. Because you have that, you know what, and all that, there's no way for me to grip the bottom part and see if I can get any type of rotation. No, there's no possible waist rotation with the current getup. And I'm not gonna remove the chest to remove the piece to see if there's a waist rotation. You have a very flexible cloth, honestly, like that fur thing. You know, I was expecting it to jam my kick, but it, you know, you can get a good kick out of that. And then you have a beautiful 90-degree band, no problem there. You have a rotation at the knee. You have, oh, well, you can rotate the whole leg. I had problems doing that with Conan. This one doesn't have any issue. Oh, I just popped the joint. Great job, dumbass. Alright. Well, at least I didn't break the joint. I just popped it. Come on. There you go. Alright, so be careful, but it works. And then you have you see the joint, you have a toe tilt, back and forth, and an ankle rocker. Kinda. It's more like a rotating joint at the bottom. But it works, it's gonna give you nice posability. Beautifully done. Man, I love this guy. Now, the standing thing. I find these figures are harder to stand. I ordered a bunch of stands. I'm gonna use that. Probably. Come on. So yeah, stability is a thing. Unless I have to, you know, move him and pose him and try to balance it. There you go. I love that the tan look he has. Alright, let's remove the accessories for now. I'll do some pictures and do a little montage later. I just want to do a quick comparison with, of course, Conan, who is a bit more stabler. And I want to point out, not that, like, it's a completely different mold. Maybe the arms, you know, they have similar, well, they don't have similar veins, so they're probably, you know, somewhat based on the same physique, but Conan looks to be a little bigger, as he should. Bigger shoulder, bigger arm, bigger chest. And you see here Conan, his ab crunch starts right underneath the pectorals, while Darkwolf, like I said, is after the first ab. So, and he's a bit, I don't know who's taller. Now, if I extend them or pose them the same way, they're about the same size. But Darkwolf is just a bit smaller on everything. Smaller arms, smaller legs. Because, you know, Conan should be the tower piece. You know, the big guy. But this is nice to have them together. Although they weren't in the same movie at all. I just love to have two Frazetta characters for the first time in my life. I have two Frazetta characters side by side. So that's really cool for me. I'm going to take some pictures of him and show you what he can do. And then I'll come back with my final thoughts. And I just thought maybe before I actually show pictures and stuff, I could show you how these things work, like the replacement facial expression and hands. And can they do the job well? I think that's important. So the hand, hold on the gauntlet or the bracer, pull hard, pull real hard. Wow, which way? It's kind of slippery. Wow. Wow, this is a really tight joint. Okay. Let's put probably bow. Now going out, they're really hard. Going in, not so much. Okay, cool. I want to see the bow. So that's how you remove. Yeah, the gauntlet kind of gets in the way. I keep saying gauntlet. The bracer kind of gets in the way. So if I get a grip hand, this one here, put this here, no problem. Now the bow, okay, I found a cheat code for the bow. Use the very tiny part near the rope. And then after that. Alright. So the goal is, can you do a good pose? We'll see when I take pictures, because that's going to take too long to assemble on camera. He has really tight joints, which is a bonus. And come on. It's really, can you get the fingers? There you go. Yeah, they don't grip much, but if you place it properly, the rope is not going to pop out. Whoa. So there you go. You know, not bad. Now, can you put an arrow at the same time? I guess there's no way, there's no hole between the fingers where you can put the arrow in, or is there? All right, I'm gonna go see. That's gonna be in the pictures. Let's see if that works. I don't think you can, but I'm gonna play with that. So anyway, cool pose with the bow. So if I want to remove it, you go all the way up. Wow, that's really a tight grip. Come on, Darkwolf. There you go. And now pull it out. There you go. I'm guessing the axe. Oh, the axe is going to be simpler because there's no handle, so it just a slide in. The thing is, okay, he's holding it pretty good, but depending on if you shake his hand, you know, that's going to slide a little easy, and over time that's going to erode. But it's cool. I kind of wish he had 2x still. He feels more like a 2x type of barbarian. Looking sharp. Okay, I'm gonna take some pictures now. Oh no, wait, the facial expression. So I'm guessing I have to remove the whole head, which I honestly hate doing. So pull from under the chin. There you go. Okay, so double joint, and then you have the necklace. And oh, it's probably the same connector as the helmet. No. The Conan helmet, it's kind of loose after a while. So if I'm gentle, that looks good. All right. And there you go. Easily done. I like it. You know what? Well, we'll see what I do. Alright, let me take some pictures. In the end, you can hold the bow.
Okay, just a very quick reshoot about that hand and the arrow thing. You can squeeze it like this and it will hold in between the fingers. So I'm editing the rest of the review to remove every negative stuff I've said about the bow.
The rest, it's perfect, it's fantastic, it's Darkwolf. I love how he's molded, sculpted. I was worried he was going to be, or that Conan was going to be a kind of just a repaint, because that's what I'm used to with the Transformers, you know. But no, it's a complete different mold. That's Conan's double-bladed axe. I wanted to see if it fit. It works well. But the hands on Darkwolf are a little tighter. So yeah, so overall I'm really happy with both of these figures because they're completely different. You know, I was expecting a bit of retool, you know, or using same parts, but completely different. So I'm happy about that. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you did, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Also leave a comment. Love reading those. Keep coming back. I have more on the way. And remember, nothing in life gives you the right to be an asshole. Take care.